What's going on, guys? It's Connor, and in this video I'm going to be showing you the pay you can expect as a first-year driver working for Heartland Express. So I got a couple of my, I got like 6 of my pay stubs pulled up, and they all vary. It's a lot to explain. I've driven like 3 different regions now, and the home time varies, the pay varies. So I just want to show you guys kind of how different it is and what it looks like. So I'm going to be showing you everything from my training pay to running 48 states. This is your first 4 weeks at Heartland, just learning how to back the trailer and some city driving with your classmates. So it's total gross $615, comes out to around $500 after taxes. And then the next one, it is my OTR training. So this is still before I had my license. This is when they send you out over the road with a trainer, and it kind of depends how your trainer runs things, how many miles they run and all that. So but the standard pay should be 44 cents per mile, and this is for all miles driven, and you'll be doing most of it, but between me and my trainer, we ran about 3,300 that week, and this was one of the better weeks. It's not typically this much, but I would say the other weeks were probably $200 lower maybe. So pretty good pay for training and not even having your license yet. $1,450 gross. So good money during training. Okay, here's where I'm finally out driving on my own. This is Southwest Regional, and it's just kind of like the 5 or 6 lower Southwest states. And you'll start at 47 cents per mile, and you're out for 5.5 days and home for 1 to 2. And Southwest Regional is kind of tricky because you have to be home at the end of the week. Like, they're expecting to not send you that far to kind of get you back home. So this is a pretty normal, I don't know if I should say normal. I was having a tough time in Southwest Regional, but it was also during a time where freight wasn't that great. So it got about 2,000 miles for the week. And then another thing I should mention with Heartland is the pay protection. The pay protection on Southwest Regional is $10.60. So if you don't drive enough miles for the week, they will compensate whatever they need to get it up to $10.60. So they added an extra $56 to this check. And I wouldn't recommend driving Southwest Regional. There were a lot of things that happened that prevented me from getting pay protection, such as home time stacking, because I'm not getting home on the same day every week, so my home time would account for the same week. But it was just complicated. I wouldn't recommend it. So here's another pay stub of Southwest Regional where I was pretty much out for the whole week. So the pay period shows from the 17th to the 23rd, and you can see my deliveries are pretty much like every day for that time period, but I didn't qualify for pay protection for whatever reason. I mean, this was so long ago. This was what, 6 months ago, so I don't know what happened that week, but drove like 1,100 miles or something, and on Southwest Regional the pay is pretty low, like 47 cents. You kind of rely on the pay protection if it's like a bad time for freight, or you're just not getting good runs because you're driving such a small region. So Southwest Regional, I mean, I had a lot of checks look like this, and it wasn't until I switched off of it that I actually started making decent money. So the next two checks are when I switched my routes, or my region, I guess I should say. So this is USA West. It was considered all states west of the Mississippi River, and you could see my runs right here. These are just pretty much all West Coast right here, but west of the Mississippi is part of your region, and for this you'll be out 2 weeks and then home for about 2 days, and you can see the pay does go up a little bit. It goes up 4 cents, so now you're making 51 cents per mile, and then the pay protection also goes up. So you could see my total gross for the week was $12.50, and this was with pay protection kind of coming in to compensate because I didn't really get a whole lot of miles that week. And there are weeks where I do get more miles than the pay protection, so I don't want you guys to think like I'm just getting pay protection every week and all that. Let's see the next one. The next one was when I switched over to all 48 states, and you could see that the pay goes up a little bit. You know, it goes up 3 cents, so 54 cents per mile. And on this region you'll be out for 4 weeks at a time and then home for 3 to 4 days. It's pretty much up to you how much home time you want to take, but just know that the week that you do take home time, your checks are gonna show for it. Like, you won't be getting pay protection for that week if you take off 3 days. So you'll have like 4 good checks and then 1 pretty bad one, so you can average them out, see what you're kind of making, and see how much home time you want to take. But for this week, it's a little misleading. My first delivery landed on the first day of the pay period, so the first day is the 15th, and then I delivered on the 15th. So, you know, I'm not gonna drive 1,200 miles in a single day. So this whole check is kind of like 9 days of work, I would probably say, kind of loaded into one check. Pretty good runs. What else? Oh, I sat for 2 days, so Heartland, you know, they'll give you 125 for each day that you sit, and yeah, so that's stacked on top of the pay I got for the miles I drove. So gross for the week $18.50, and what else? The pay protection for 48 states is still $12.50. I wish I would have liked to see that go up like a little bit from USA West, but they still keep it the same at that. And I think that's pretty much it. It's just they kind of don't wanna. Okay, is it gonna stay? Okay, so I think I pretty much covered it all. You just gotta remember that it's your first year driving, and you're not gonna be making like probably 6 figures or anything crazy like that yet. At least not at Heartland, but this is just the first year and still kind of getting, you know, my driver manager knows kind of how I like to run now. It's been like coming up on my 1 year, so I'm starting to get more miles as it goes on. At first it was kind of rough, but it's been better. And what else? Oh, I was gonna say, I'm on a Facebook group that shows just kind of like jobs people look for, or jobs available, or whatever, trucking stuff like that. And I see so many people commenting like, who's hiring? I can't get hired with no experience. Like, no one wants to hire a new driver. So I think it's pretty good at Heartland right now. They train you, they hire you on afterwards, and it's a pretty good gig. So I would recommend it. And if you guys want to use my referral code, if you want to come onto Heartland or you want to go to the school, use my referral code HUNCO, and that gives me a little bit of a bonus once you start driving. So I think that pretty much covers it all. Yeah, so, you know, leave a comment if you guys have any questions. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye.